Hi guys, and welcome to Brave Dog Training Online. Is your dog afraid of the vet? Or would you like your dog to be really comfortable at a vet's office? Today we're going to talk about exactly that. I'm Anita, I'm a professional dog trainer. I show you how to build a trusting relationship with your dog to overcome fear and reactivity and have a good time together again. And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe. And now, have fun! Alright, so this is a very common issue, not only for dogs, but for other animals as well. And mostly, for example, for cats, it's worse because they are just experiencing all the procedure, like getting into a kennel or a crate and getting into a car and then riding in a car, only when we take them to the vet. So as dog owners, we have it a little bit more easy because the dog already knows going outside, going in a car, most dogs, not all. And then we just have the vet's office. And there are some things we can do to make things easier for our dogs. For example, if we have a puppy, amazing, we can get the puppy used to the vet's office with a lot of positive associations. So getting a lot of treats there, playing there, having trick sessions there, going sniffing in the parking lot, whatever. All those things contribute to positive association with the vet's office. And for all dogs, there are a few things we can do, even if they are already afraid. First, I'm not a big fan of waiting areas. So normally I try to wait in the car with my dog, if that's possible for the vet's office. Sometimes it's not because the parking lot is too far away or there's too much going on or stuff like that, or the dog is just not comfortable in the car. Then this would be a separate issue that should be addressed before going to the vet, because it makes a negative association with the car, maybe. But let's just say the dog is comfortable in the car. Then I would wait in the car with my dog. Or I would go into the office and let my dog wait in the car. Of course, not if it's too hot, too cold, or whatever. And if I am waiting in a waiting area, I try to not go in when there are other animals in there, especially when they are stressed, because our dogs will notice that. They are very perceptive. So they notice that, they smell that, and they start worrying because they see another dog or a cat very stressed, and they just, yeah, you know what I mean. So this is something else. Then I would try to make routines. So the whole visit always goes exactly the same way and in the same routine. So when do we muzzle up? When do we walk in? Where do we walk in? Some vet offices just have a side entrance or something like that we could use if our dogs have issues with other dogs, for example, and the waiting area is full. And then how is the exam going? I would also see that it's always the same procedure, always in the same order, right? So can the dog get on the table by himself? Some tables, they can just be lowered so the dog can go on them by himself. That makes things a lot easier. If not, is my dog comfortable with getting lifted, right? Is there a conversation with the vet beforehand? And if yes, can the dog do some tricks or some very easy sniffing games, like I just roll a treat and the dog can follow that and eat it, if he can eat in that situation, right? And then when it comes to the exam itself, medical training with cooperation is absolutely crucial. It doesn't matter if it's a fearful dog, a normal dog, a puppy, a senior dog, it doesn't matter. It's a lot easier if the dog has learned a signal to tell us when it's okay to be touched, handled, whatever, examined, okay? And the dog can also stop this. That gives him control over the situation, and control makes fear less, right? Yeah. And of course we cannot interrupt every procedure when the dog feels like it. And for those few, we can use a signal that tells the dog, I am holding you now. There is no escaping, but this will be over soon. And he gets rewarded extremely well for that.
Halten. Good.
We shouldn't need that very often because, of course, it's very uncomfortable for the dog. So the thing of choice would always be a cooperation signal and cooperative care. Of course, that not only goes for the vet visits, it also goes for every husbandry work I do, for every brushing, cleaning the paws, looking in my dog's ears and teeth and whatever I need to check. All of these things are easier for the dog with a cooperation signal, and that's why this is so important. And of course, if you want to use those things at the vet, I would talk to the vet to check if that's okay. If not, maybe another vet would be a better choice. And I had clients who told me that the vet just was not cooperating with them and told them that the dog just has to be dominated. And that would be a reason for me to change the vet. Because first, a vet that is not a vet behaviorist, so a vet that has not had education in behavior, shouldn't give advice considering behavior, right? It's the same thing as trainers shouldn't give medical advice. It's not our thing, it's not our competence, and we shouldn't do that. And of course, everybody has always opinions about everything, and that's fine. But if I want my pet to feel comfortable, it should be okay for everybody that's handling him. Okay? So that would be very important for me. And the amazing thing that can be achieved happened actually yesterday for me. I was with my dog, Sammy. He is a very sick dog, so he's at the vet a lot. And we were at a new vet's office because we needed a neurologist, and that was a new office. So completely different situation, completely different place. It's very far away from us, and he has never been there before. He has never visited that office. He has never met any of the people there. He's a dog that is afraid of people. He's very fast in not taking treats anymore. So this is all something I was a little bit worried about. And we just went in. We couldn't even let him in the car because it was too far away from the vet's office. So we had to go in, and the waiting area was only with one dog, and that one seemed really relaxed. So we went in, and Sammy has such a good history of being rewarded for different things and having his routines in place at a vet's office that he could do tricks. He could go into the tiny room with a new doctor, a man nonetheless, and just show his tricks and move with my hand target so that the vet could examine him and just check everything that needed to be checked. And he was even able to touch Sammy. And this is an absolute... I was just... I was speechless. I didn't even know what to say. I was just... Yeah, it was amazing. And that was just possible because he has learned that whenever he feels uncomfortable, he can stop this. And that's why he was comfortable in the situation. That's why he could take treats. That's why he could do whatever the vet needed him to do. And that's why he could touch him. That's so amazing. Alright. You see that there is a lot possible. And yes, for Sammy, it took years to get there. But again, he's a very difficult dog. For most dogs, it goes a lot faster than that. So why don't you write me in the comments if you have ever worked with cooperation signals for things at home or at the vet, and how this sounds for you. And if you have any specific questions, don't hesitate to write me an email. I will get back to every single one of them, and I will be very happy to help however I can. That's it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have an amazing time training with your dog and have a lot of fun at the vet's office. I wish you all the best. Until next time. Bye.